This wonderful afternoon, we're in Holyoke, Massachusetts. We're at the Mount Tom State Reservation, and we're going to find a few trails out here. Maybe one called the Little Trail and the Nature Trail, and maybe even the Monadnock Trail, if we're lucky. So we're going to wander around here and find various things. Anything you want to know?
What do you expect to find?
I expect to find blazes and nice manicured trails because the Civilian Conservation Corps tried very hard in the 1930s to make it a beautiful place. Okay, there's a nature trail in here, and they make longer and shorter trails for you. Trails of different sizes, so you can bring your family on. They have different ability in the groups. You can take the smaller ones. And you can see glorious trees, very tall trees. Now, going up here, we see a little hut. It says the side of a nature trail, so we're going to follow this one today. And it says it has a yellow blaze on it, and it has a sign beyond it on the right to tell us a lot more. It says, "Welcome to Nature Trail, high elevation self-guided nature trail, unique to Pioneer Valley." All right, it's about half-mile loop. It says Nature Trail and the whole Nature Trail, the little trail. Okay, so there's two trails. They try to help you so much. And you see there's already a fork in the road, and there's yellow blaze over here. And if you love nature, this is wonderful because lots of different kinds of trees. And the elevation change is pretty gradual. And a naturalist can pick out different kinds of insects, butterflies, birds. And they have a sign warning you about rattlesnakes there. Okay, it has a ridge line with a cliff on it, exposed rock. Okay, so it's a very nice trail you can try out. That's what we're going to do now. This is the nature trail. And we're going to go back to that little nature trail and see what that one's about. And there's so many trails inside of the Mount Thompson Reservation that we just sample several of them, and I'll tell you about them. Okay, what I've done here is take a side trail off of the nature trail, and it's brought us to the Monadnock Metacomic Trail, which is now the Monadnock Metacomic Trail, which is part of the New England Trail, which hopefully they'll make longer and longer. It goes from deep southern Connecticut, it passes through Massachusetts, up to near the border of New Hampshire. And they want to make it longer, of course, through more of New Hampshire. Okay, so I'm walking on the Monadnock Trail, and it's a peak-to-peak trail, so you better be ready for this one. It's very difficult. I've probably walked maybe 80% of it, and it's well worth the time because you learn so much about geology and nature. And they maintain it, so for instance this tree fell across, but it was cut so they can pass through, and it's a nice wide trail most times. When it goes up to the peaks it gets a little narrower, but it's always blazed with white, and that's how you can easily identify it, and they have enough blazes so you won't get lost. Okay. And now I'll head back along the same trail and show you how it crosses the road. So even if you're not very athletic, you can still walk parts of the Monadnock Trail. So stay away from the peaks until you get stronger. And this kind of state park helps you greatly. Also the one, Mount Holyoke State Park, helps you greatly, where they have many put-ins there. And then it keeps going up to Massachusetts. And a lot of times the portions closest to the roads are fairly easy. So you can walk a great deal of it, maybe half of it, without being terribly athletic. And of course, when you go to the peaks, be careful. All right, now it's the side trail to go to the nature trail, and the little nature trail is the one that keeps going on the Monadnock Trail. Okay, we're coming out to the road now, and this sign says New England Trail, this one, and it says Quarry Trail is 0.3 miles away, Mount Tom Lookout 0.6, 141 route is 3.8 miles, and Connecticut 21 miles. Okay, this is put in place, and you can park across the street where there's a big field and a big parking lot over there. Alright, and a lot of gorgeous trees around. And over here is the white blaze. So you have to go on a road for about 30 yards and then back into the woods. So thank you for coming along for this little walk through nature.